Hello, FlossTube. My name is Leann, and I am leann.stitches here on YouTube and on Instagram. Today is Sunday, February 6th, and this is my 28th FlossTube. I am laughing already because that was probably the 5th time I have filmed that because can't remember the date, can't remember the day. I'm surprised I remembered my name. Anyway, it's been 1 week since my last video, and I'm excited to be back and to show you what I've been up to. First things first, let's pick a winner for last week's giveaway to celebrate both my 1-year FlossTube anniversary and 1,000 subscribers. I am giving away this stitching journal and planner that I got from one of the Black Needle Society boxes last year. And even though we're already in February, I figure someone will get lots of use out of it that I will not, because I haven't even printed out my February planner yet. Like, I have completely abandoned everything. I think it's a new record. Anyway, I have found the website commentpicker.com, and I have entered in the video from last week. And to enter the contest, you were supposed to use the word planner, and it says there were 10 people who used the word planner. So I am going to pick a winner now, and that is Natalia Marrero Silva. I'm sure I totally butchered your name. I'm so sorry for that. And the comment says, "Congrats on your finish. Your fox looks amazing. Thank you. I look forward to seeing your progress on your whips. I love using a planner to plan and track my progress on a project." So there you go. And I will reply to your comment, or you can send me an email. I'll put my email up there. It's just leann.stitches@gmail.com. And yeah, so there we go. I am not going to throw my iPad on the floor like I do my whips. So yeah. Anyway, sorry if that shook the table a little bit. Let's get to the stitching. How about? There isn't a ton of stitching this week. There is a bit, not a ton though, considering I had 3 days where I was completely trapped inside the house by the ice storm that hit a lot of the South last week. On Thursday, we got stuck. So I was home Thursday and Friday and Saturday, and we finally were able to make our way out. I mean, my husband went out and went grocery shopping yesterday and stuff, but I stayed home with the kids. And but finally everything has melted. We're back above freezing temperatures, yay. So tomorrow we go back to normal. Anyway, let's just get started. The first piece I have to show you is Marvel Heroes, and I am very excited that I started working on this again. I got a little bit motivated yesterday. I did not get as far as I would have liked because I have a lot of model stitching to do. That's where I was going before about how I don't have that as much stitching as I should for circumstances last week, is because I'm basically going to be model stitching all month, but I'm going to try to sneak in some of my own projects here and there because they keep me sane. But anyway, I am still 500-ish stitches away from a page finish, unbelievably, because it doesn't look like that much, guys. So that's where I am. And I'm still just picking whatever symbol comes next from the top and following it down. So I've done a lot of color completing. I think 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So from here up, everything is done. And then you can see this is where the holes start to come in. I did quite a bit of work on Spider-Man. I did some work in here. I filled in a lot of blacks and grays, so that's probably going to show up in here. I'm not for sure. I just kept going, and I think in like 4 hours yesterday, I did less than 200 stitches. I want to say it was something like 170. It was ridiculous. It's just really slow going. It's all complete confetti. And I mean, some colors I only had 3 stitches, but they were spread out all over the page. So I'm doing that. I have a stitch along, a SAL that I'm doing. It's called Superheroes Saturday SAL, and I'll put the hashtag up there. And basically I'm just stitching on my Marvel piece on Saturdays. In a normal situation where I'm not model stitching, I do try to work on that at least 5 nights a week for 30 minutes to try to get some extra progress in, because I am trying to finish that for a Christmas present this year. I am not overly optimistic that I'm going to get it done, but I'm going to try. And if not for Christmas this year, maybe my husband's birthday next year. If not Christmas, definitely by Christmas 2023. I don't think I can handle focusing on it for that much longer, or much longer than that. Anyway, so yeah, it was fun to pull that back out. It had been a couple weeks, and I really want to get that page finished because I'm going, for the next page, I'm going to try that new app that I talked about a couple of videos ago. It's called RX Markup or something to that effect, and it will actually read the pattern pages enough that I can search symbols, and hopefully that will speed up my stitching, because that one page I was able to get in a pattern keeper. The last page that I did, it helped so much, especially with the confetti. I was able to color complete everything, and it just went way faster. So I am both extremely motivated and really not motivated to get this page done, if that makes any sense. Anyway, the next piece that I worked on was Temperature Butterflies by Stitchin' Mommy. And I am stitching this to record the 2022 temperatures in the form of butterflies, just because I think it would be fun to see how the weather changes. And I finished the January butterfly, and I started outlining the February butterfly. I did not get very far. So it's going to be interesting this Tuesday when I pull this out to start recording February temperatures. I'm likely going to spend all of Tuesday just outlining, and I'll probably fall pretty far behind on the temperatures. So I'm going to have to find a time. Essentially, I'm going to have to find a day to make this a focus piece, or 2 days to make this a focus piece, so I can, get caught up. And I need to figure out a way to work on this outside of just recording the daily temperatures to get those outlines done, because they are pretty intense. They're several hundred stitches each, and they take a little bit of time, but it's fun. Our weather is still all over the place. I mean, we were down in the 40s and 50s, and then back up into the 60s. And then we had this deep freeze that with all this ice storm that we had. And so now we're going back up into the 40s, and I think we're getting into the 50s this week, and then we'll probably dip back down low. It's been crazy. Like I'm from Southern California. I don't understand this weather at all. So we're just going with the flow. Okay. The next piece that I worked on is the vintage black sampler by Owl Forest Embroidery. And I am stitching on this with Sam from Sammy Liz, and we are not stitching in black. We are kind of making it up as we go along. We are converting it to just stash flosses that we happen to have. And so I am using, the majority of what I'm using are flosses that I have left over from model stitching, because I have a lot. And I haven't known what to do with them. So this has been really fun. So here is where I'm at. I stitched this man and this woman, and I modeled him after Willy Wonka, and I modeled her after Mary Poppins. So I had a lot of fun, like looking up pictures and modeling them. So I used Forbidden Fiber Co. Orchid and for his jacket and his tie, and this is, I don't remember what this color is. And I used bark for his hair, and his shoes and his cane are all the same color as his hat, and I really wish I could remember. And I gave him blue eyes, the same as blue as this house. And then Mary Poppins, her dress is pearl is her skirt and her blouse, and then her little corset here, not corset? No. Waistcoat, I guess. There's another word for it that I'm missing. Is cinnamon. And then so her umbrella is also cinnamon and pearl, and the handle of the umbrella is the same color as Willy Wonka's hat, which I really wish I could remember. I want to say it's magnetic mahogany, but it's not. And it's going to drive me crazy. Anyway, I struggled a little bit because, it's all designed in black, charted in black. And so when I made her little corset, I dipped it down a little bit too far. And since her dress is really colored a very light flesh tone almost. It kind of looked like she looked a little smutty. And so I gave her buttons in the red, hoping that would fix it. And so I don't know, I think it worked. Oh, and his pants and these lines in her dress are a Color and Cotton. It's a, not Color and Cotton, Gentle Arts limited edition thread. It's unnamed, but it was perfect for the khaki pants. I got it in probably a Black Needle Society box. So yeah, I'm stitching this on a 28 count Jobelin from Bestitch Me. It was from her Halloween box. It's colorway Haunted, and I'm stitching 1 over 1. So I am having a lot of fun with that. My goal is, it's almost 24,000 stitches, the entire sampler. So my goal is to stitch about 2,000 stitches a month so that I can finish by the end of the year. And I am sitting right around 3,700 stitches. So I did almost 2,800 stitches last month on that house. So technically I only need to do another few hundred stitches, but I might try to actually stitch 2,000 stitches this month so that I stay ahead, because who knows what the end of the year is going to bring. And if it's already this crazy in February, it's only going to get crazier in my experience. So we're going to try, but like I said, I have a lot of model stitching to do. So that might be it for it this month. The next piece I worked on, I think this is a new start. I don't think I had started it yet last week. I think. Anyway, it's the Swans. I usually take these out of the wrapper, but I didn't this time. By Cottage Garden Samplings. It's the second pattern in her Year in the Woods series. And I'm 95% sure I started this week. Anyway, this is still on the Q-snap. So bear with me, but I think I got some decent progress done. I just butted it right up to the fox. So I've seen a couple of people finish this already and it looks really good done like that. So yeah, I think I got a decent start. The only thing I noticed is that my color right here, which is 3064, is a lot darker than what's charted, a lot darker. So I'm keeping it because a lot of the other ones are darker too, but I think it looks okay. So we're just gonna go with it. I subbed out Forbidden Fiber Co. chalk. No, it's charted for Gentle Arts chalk. I subbed out Vanilla Blossom, the same as I did for the fox. And then this gold right here was supposed to be Gentle Arts Grecian gold. And I subbed it out for Medallion Forbidden Fiber Co. It's not available yet online because I just dyed it for this, to start this. So hopefully we'll get it up soon. I think I mentioned in my last video, I don't really know how that's gonna work because things are just insane. We're prepping for Nashville Market right now, and I am really far behind because things keep happening like ice storms. So I will do my best though. The next thing I have to show you is another new start. This is Winter Montage by Janet Stever. I blame Stitchin' Mommy for this because she showed these patterns on her channel a few weeks ago, and she started the Stever Montage Sal, I think is what it is. I'll put the hashtag up there if I remember. So there's 4 seasons, and I like the winter one, but the summer and the fall ones are amazing, and the spring one is really nice too. So you know, if I had to pick, it'd probably be summer, fall, spring, winter. So this is my least favorite of the 4, but I still love it. It's mostly Christmas. If you look at it, it's got like, you know, holly berries and stuff like that. But it's something fun. I thought of a place that I could probably hang them and rotate them throughout the year, you know, when I get them done in 40 or 50 years. But here is my start. It's gonna be hard to see because it's a lot of, well, no, it shows it better on the video than it does in person. This is 28 count easy grid fabric, easy guide, easy count. I never really know what it's actually called. I'm stitching 2 over 1 half stitch or 10th stitch. And this is my first time doing that. And I have to say I like it. I avoided it for a long time. I just really felt like I wasn't gonna like it. It was gonna mess with my OCD rhythm that I have going on with, you know, the stitching out and back. But I've really been enjoying it, and I got a lot more progress done than I would have been able to otherwise, because I got over 1,000 stitches done in just like a few hours one night and a couple hours the next morning. So yeah, I left this in the Q-snap because I'm going to try to work on it a little bit more at some point. I don't know, but I ordered some new Q-snaps a few weeks ago, and so I'm not having to rotate quite as much, which has been nice. So yeah, that's basically all the stitching I've done. As far as plans for next week, I'm still kind of flying by the seat of my pants. I have one model stitch that I have, let's see how many stitches I have left on it. I have about 600 stitches left on it that I really need to finish today, but it's already 4 o'clock, so we'll see how well I'm going to be able to get that done. Tomorrow at the latest, I really need to finish it, so that's going to take up most of my time, and then I have to go directly into another model stitch that has like 4,000 stitches on it, and I started it last night because this model stitch that has to get done first, I'm stitching 1 over 1 on 25 count, and I've been working on it for weeks, and I needed a break from the teeny tiny stitches, especially considering the other stuff I worked on. And so I started the other model stitch that I need done by Friday. And because I specifically chose 18 count for that one, 18 count Ada, because I knew I was going to need a break. And so I started that one just to take a break, but that's got almost 4,000 stitches on it, and it has to be done by Friday. So it's going to be a very busy week with model stitching unless I can take a couple days off work, which it still works. So it's not taking them off work. It's just not going into the studio. But that's going to be the majority of my week. So aside from that, because I know that I'm going to need at least an hour or two a night on my personal projects, or I will go crazy, as evidenced by last summer, I'm going to keep working on maybe Marvel. I mean, I'll do Marvel next weekend for sure, next Saturday. I'm looking all around me because all my projects are like all around my chair. I might keep working on Vintage Black Sampler. I would like to put some more time in on the Swans because the Jackrabbit pattern has already shipped. Like the Swans, it is also lost in the mail. I think I'm going to have to stop ordering from this shop. I don't know what it is about her sending me stuff, but Memphis keeps gobbling them up, and it's kind of annoying. I'm hoping it just got delayed by the ice storm because I think it was set to be here on Friday or something. So I'm really hoping it just got slowed down by that because I have a couple other shipments that have been rescheduled a million times. But I would really like to get the Swans done so that I can start the Jackrabbit when it comes here, when I eventually get fabric dyed for it, because I don't have anything for it yet. Other than that, something I've been wanting to work on for a couple weeks now and I haven't gotten to it is my Royal Holiday by Mirabilia. I was working on this pretty hot and heavy all last fall, every Monday and then some. And then I just kind of stopped because I started a couple of other Mirabilia's smaller ones. I started Miss Christmas Eve and the Trick or Treat Fairy. So here's where I'm at with her as a starting point. And I think I kind of burnt out on this because I was so focused on getting that dress done. And I thought I was almost done. I thought I just had to finish this down here. And I was closing in on being done and I was really excited. And then I realized that there's a whole other swath of the gold fabric that comes down here. And that kind of burnt me out. So I haven't decided yet if I'm going to finish this part in here. And then I really want to start on her red coat. So I think what I'm going to do is, because I've already done this part of her bodice up here, I'm either going to go ahead and do her glove and move up in here, or I'm just going to start right in there and start on the red. I haven't decided yet, but if I get to work on another piece next week, this is likely going to be it. I bought a massive 11 by 17 inch Q-snap, so you can see just how big she is. She's massive. I thought it would help. I thought it would be big enough so that I could go ahead and start doing some of the beading, because obviously I can't do beading with her in a Q-snap if I have to, you know, move the Q-snap around, because these little things will crush the beads possibly. But I don't think it's big enough. So we'll see, but that's why she's in the Q-snap, is because I put it in there to test it, and I just never took it out because I essentially bought this one for this piece. Anyway, that's really it. I just want to say thank you for joining me for another week, for looking at my crazy stitching. Yeah, I hope you have a good week. I hope if you were part of that crazy weather storm that everyone is safe and warm and with power. And I hope that whatever you do this week, you lead with love. Bye.